Now on this table are 22 different multi-tools, but the greatest multi-tool for me of all time is not here. I have it right off screen and I'd like to show it to you right now. I think to say that I have a lot of multi-tools is a major understatement. This is even scratching the surface. I have about this many tools in pieces alone, but none of these come close to what I consider to be the greatest multi-tool of all time. The one that got me started and the one that pretty much changed my life forever. And today I want to talk about that tool. It was a gift to me. My mother came and visited a couple of months ago and brought it out, and I had completely forgotten about it. I didn't realize that it even existed. Forgot all my memories relating to it until that moment when they all came back. And that is this right here. This was my very, very first multi-tool ever. And although it may seem just like a piece of plastic, I used this for so many things. We, did dirt castles, and we used it for Play-Doh, obviously its original intention, but I also took it to the beach every time I would go, which was probably sometimes like twice a year, and would use it to make very intricate little sand castles and designs, and you will not believe the mileage this thing has received. I think it's fair to say that this multi-tool has gotten more use from me, hour-wise, than any other tool that I have ever carried. And I'm not even joking. It even had a pocket clip. And there's some pictures of me when I'm about 4 or 5 years old with this hanging out the side of my, shorts at the beach, pulling my pants down, but it was the thing I carried. It was the thing I used all the time. And it probably was not surprising that it set me down this path. And this was a really cool thing. Now, my journey into real multi-tools, though, did actually begin with a real one. And that happened in 1998 when I received my very, very first multi-tool. And that was actually not a Leatherman. It was a buck tool. These are discontinued. They don't exist anymore. And this is the actual original tool that I was given by my aunt and uncle for Christmas. And man, that year was just this tool and anything I could do with it. I'm sure I cut myself a ton. It's a very unique piece in that it opens sideways. Over the years, I've had to tighten up the tool because of use. And yeah, I still have to do the other side. But it's something I love. I learned to sharpen knives a lot better with this. And still to this day, it's something that will always stay in my collection and I have great memories with. But it didn't, that was just the 1 year, because the very next year I got, a tool that I would carry for the next 7 or 8 years. And that was the original Leatherman Wave in 1999. And this is unfortunately not the one that I carried. And I didn't just, when I say I carried it, I'm not talking about, every once in a while we go camping, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm talking, I would get home from school. I would put the holster on my belt and I would go out to the woods or go fishing pretty much every day. And I'm not exaggerating. I think there was a period of my life, in fact, where I was fishing at least 3 days out of the week, every week, up until very late in the fall, like Thanksgiving. And it was a constant companion. I never carried a folding knife. I had this. This was it. This was what I carried. I had my multi-tool with me, and no matter where I went, that's what I had. And man, did it serve. It served me so well. I can't tell you how many fish hooks I pulled out of a fish's mouth with this. It just was very essential. It was an essential tool. So for me, it's never fully formulated in my head why I should only carry just a folding knife. And I think that's why I'm so obsessed with this now, even today. I do, however, really wish that I had had my original. And, this whole video about this one and this one and this one started because I watched a video today, which is Thursday, by Dutch Bushcraft Knives, where they talk about some regrets and also some knives that they have that have great stories. And it occurred to me that I have similar experience, but with multi-tools. And it's really cool. It's really cool to see everything come full circle. And now we're talking about them on a regular basis. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of multi-tools on this table, but believe it or not, this isn't even close to my collection because I'm fascinated with them as an apparatus. I think they're fascinating. I really do. And I'm not done with my exploration. I think there's a lot more that I can figure out. And yeah, I mean, there's great discoveries along the way. There's other memories that are being formulated. For instance, you actually saw me open this on camera a couple of years ago. This was actually a gift from a friend from multitool.org. This is a Juice KF4, completely discontinued. It didn't even last that long as far as the Juice series was concerned, and in my opinion is one of the best tool sets on any tool ever created, but fortunately no longer available. And then the another thing that we've never talked about or shown on this channel is this. This was a recent acquisition that I was given from a trade from a good friend of mine, from Rogan USA, and one of those items was the Juice S2, something I'd never touched, and it's going to probably be something I will keep forever because I don't know if there will ever be a multi-tool like it again that is this thin, this light, and this capable. But in the meantime, pretty awesome place in my collection. Yes, and actually I pulled most of these tools from things that I actually carry from time to time, and there's plenty of examples in here. These three in the middle, the Curl, the Free P2, the Leatherman Signal, actually the Crunch, now that I have one again, and the Skeletools. I carry these all the time. And now the MX Clip is starting to come into play a little bit as well. And speaking of the Crunch, I'm going to diverge from the video topic just a little bit. You guys may have remembered that I said if I was wrong about the Crunch being discontinued, that I would get one and give it away on the channel. And I am a man of my word. I will try to be, at least. And here it is. This is the Leatherman Crunch that we will be giving away in an upcoming video. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to run through it like we have done with the Signal and talk about every possible thing you might want to know, every tip and trick that I can come up with relating to the Leatherman Crunch. And then we're going to build a kit around this tool with a sheath, which I have in the back here, and we are going to give that entire kit away. So in case you guys wanted to know, that will be coming up soon. All right, back to the subject. Keepsakes are really cool, and especially when they kickstart a really great set of memories. And for me, my very first and best multi-tool did that when I got it, and it was the greatest gift I could have received. Honestly, I don't think anything that I could have been given would have impacted me the way this was. So amazing. The things you do will, with your kids, will impact them. And I will say, if you do have little kids right now that are young and anything up to like probably 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years old, this exact item is still available. You could still buy these, believe it or not. And if I have a link, I will put it down in the description. But oh my God, this thing and we go back, man. We go back. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Just a fun video for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk again soon.